yard. And the boat ponds on the bottom about, I think it's 8 foot. Waves on the bottom, 29 feet high. I like getting in that water limit to get over to the creek. Yeah, that 5 feet ground plane. You got that 5 feet ground plane. Yeah, somebody beat me out of it. He says, ain't no good now. I found out he beat me out and got me, made me feel like a sucker. Yeah, well, it's still going up there. You can go ahead and buy a brand new one. They got 2 of them up there. One can handle 1,500 and one can handle 5,000. So you can go ahead and find one you want. I ain't got nothing to put that. I ain't got 200 watts. That's all I can put in. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's good. I'll just be able to talk in if you need anything, you know. Yeah, well, please. Now, one eye has a damn good one up there. Tell my God, 2 hours up. 2 wires sticking and tongue up in there. Oh, you see them rolling up? Yeah, the mouth tell me to tell you he got you. What is that? D.O. Mouth, they number 3. Oh, that's number 3. You key up this already mouth just now, right? Sound like, no, I don't sound like no 434. The first one you key in there, when you would tell them I got them, you sounded just like them. All around sound like the 45 here. That's how big is in there. I think he went to the I think he dreamed my soul down. I think he went to a hockey game. Hey, dude, well, you think he went to the hockey game? I was number 3. Even turned 2 when he was tied the channel up. 61, pull it back.
Who's that way out there that keeps hollering? Is that you, Swamp Fox? It's either Swamp Fox or Knee High. Knee High, let me wave and get out the way there. Wanted to get you on there. Something happened to my live recording there. I had to start over again. And Knee High and Swamp Fox at 21, we're waving. All right, Knee High in Hampton County. Have a good one, man. They all over you out here, so I'm gonna get out the way. Have a good one.
Yeah, Knee High down here in North Charleston. Hey, Knee High, if we got a copy, I can hear you down here in North Charleston, right? You take it easy out there. Call me Star Patrol, North Charleston, South Carolina. We put it back.
Hey, Knee High, your white dog over here in Somerville. We got a copy on you, but it's not that good. But I know you're out there. I can hear you. You got the old white dog over here in Sangaree. Yeah, I think he just came back to me, but I'm having a little trouble pulling him out. But hey, Knee High, you have yourself a fine one. Your old white dog over here, be on the side.
White dog, he heard everything he said and he's back out.
Hey, I appreciate that, 21.
Roger.
How about it, crazy?
You go ahead. Go ahead. Taking a break. Oh, no.
Hey, whenever you get done there, White Dog Swamp Fox was hollering for you up there in Fairfax, South Carolina. I just thought I'd tell you, so let me get out the way.
Hey, Swamp Fox, I appreciate you acknowledging you can hear me. Come back and see if I can pull you out of there.
Swamp Fox, come back to him again. He come back to you, White Dog.
Yeah, I can hear something out there, but I just can't pull it in, 21.
10-4. Okay, let me get out the way.
21, did Crazy Man leave?
No, I don't know what happened to Crazy Man. He was in there a minute ago, and then like he dropped off or something there. Crazy Man, you still in there?
Yeah, poor Tim, I'm still here.
Seem like it not as strong as you were before. Is that what you're seeing over there, 15-4?
Yeah, when he completely went out in my receipt while he was talking to Star Patrol. I mean, I got nothing on him. I know that on my SR meter, it ain't moving. I can hear him, but he ain't as strong as he was. I don't know what it is. That's why I was trying to call him. I thought maybe bump a switch or something. I don't know. But he was off of my receipt. Yeah, I had about 9 or 10 on him. I got about 4 or 5 on him now. I know that. You better give him underneath my antenna. You better give him underneath my antenna. I hear you. As long as I don't sound like cartridge, that's good. Yeah, you almost sound like him too. You trying to get it, you got hold of him. Yeah, I know, he look like 45 coming down the road though. And I've made it back on.
10-4 there. Hey, Crazy Man's got some kind of problem over there. He all of a sudden dropped down on us there, right?
I noticed while he was talking, I was on the mobile. I thought he dropped back a little bit. Ain't nobody around here wanting to work on that radio. It's a radio or antenna? Might be the antenna. I don't know. I probably got overheated twice in the last 2 years.
Star Patrol, he had a hot summer over there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he needs another antenna. He might got a loose connection. He needs to check something out.
Hey, Crazy Man. Hey, Crazy Man, wiggle your coax going in the back of your radio, kind of wiggle it there, and on you, I don't know, you got boxes and switches or what you got, or check it on the back of your meter. Okay, well, I'm going to shut up then.
Hey, 21, is the way he is right now, does that mean I can stay up on him without having to get in my car and drive over there in front of your house?
Yeah, 10-4, you got him now.
No, now he ain't. What you did, Crazy? You did switch? You know what? Tony. Sorry about that. Tony, one call you, Tony. Yeah, I want about that yank, Tony.
Oh, okay. What was it? It couldn't have been a loose connection because you checked all them. What was it?
Back off and try it again.
Oh, okay. Good. Hey, there's somebody way out there keeps calling out there. See if somebody can hear who it is.
Yeah, who is that way out there? Come on.
Who's that out there calling there? Come on. Yeah, Swamp Fox, I got you. You said somebody was calling you? Okay, Huckleberry, come on. All right, Huckleberry, I got you in there. I sure do. I barely got you, but I got you. And you're in that mobile up there in Fairfax there. No doubt. I got you, okay? Ten Roger. Okay, man, you got a good mobile there doing that from way up there. All right, I'm going to get out these fellas' ways. 21, back out.
Does Wizard still get in here on his mobile up there on the overpass?
I hadn't heard Wizard in a while.
I wonder if Eliminator is going to show up tonight.
We know you will. You're a Bible boy.
You can come in here and bend my needle over there with that big, what is it, Mako 300 he's got?
Oh, I used to have one of those.
He sticks me over with the red with that thing. Him, and I think the only one who puts more on me than he does is red light.
I used to have a Mako 300 and a Mako 750.
You want another one?
Hell,
You.
no, those things get you in trouble.
Tempo.
Yeah, they big 8950s into those things. And then when it's in a 89, there's that other key number, 2047 or whatever that number is.
Yeah, 8950s, and you can jack them up and put the M2057s in there. All right, let me stand by. Somebody's talking over you.
Yeah, what they call me? And you on that 4-2s, okay. That's what I run. I got that, brother. I think it sounds good, man. I'm going to fall in some of them, man. I got a good copy of you, man. Done. I think I got one sitting in there. I think I'm going to keep that in that 25. What's that, 24? We got the same thing pretty much, don't we? Yeah, but I'm not using the 2517 right now. And I'm on the 2985 DX RCI. Yeah, but we got the same kind of radio on the other one, right? Yeah, I want to show you. I got a switch on back at 2517. I don't know what Thunderbolt put on there. He might have some kind of extra channel or something he might put in that thing or some special thing he wants. You need to plug it up on there and hit that switch to see what it'll do. Yeah, I want you to look at them tubes and make sure I think they're okay. They're pretty bright looking, though. I think more I got. You got 4 and I got 6. I ain't 10, oh yeah. Yeah, you got 2 more than what I got over here. Yeah, Roger. Yeah, I'm on. I got Captain Kirk on you, but I know what you mean. Ain't sounding good over here, some of them. Hey, 10, roll 10. Well, all right, take it easy out there, 3. Y'all rolling around out there. Old Star sitting back here on take you.
You watching the Clemson game?
How you doing, bro?
I just found it on there. What's the score?
Last time I looked at it was 10-7.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, they just stuck it on there. Yeah, every time I key up, I kill my own television set.
Oh, that bad.
Yeah, it's just an inside antenna, and it's not doing real good. I need to get one like you got over there. Actually, I need 2 like you got over there.
Well, what I got in here is an inside antenna, but I'm not interfering with it.
410.
See, I guess I ain't learned all that bad RF like you doing all that.
No, I got a metal building, and it don't like I can't even get I can't get a telephone call in here or anything. So it don't like this metal building there. It's a nice little antenna. It's I think it's a RCA. That's what it is. RCA amplified antenna. It's got two whips on it, and rabbit ears, and a little foot sticking thing out the back that you can stick down there and put it on an angle, and a little transformer you plug into the wall there. That's what I'm using, but it likes to be where it can look out the window.
Well, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I have one of those, but I don't use that one. I use the other what do you call it? Clear TV one, little flat one. I got that hooked up on the wall.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. That thing always reminded me of a flat water bottle.
Yeah, one of them hot water bottles, yeah.
That's the kind, used to get a stomach ache, and they put that on you,
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, but you got that little building, so you need to try to run something on the outside, and then, it'll probably work.
Oh yeah, I just need to get it outside. I just had other things to do, and get me one of those beam antennas like you and somebody else has got with a remote control for about $40, and put it up about 50 something feet in the air where I can turn it around and see what's happening up there in Colombia.
Yeah, I got a little one on the outside that got the remote control, but I don't even use that anymore because I think a tree limb or something like that. It still works, but the little remote control part it don't turn like it's supposed to anymore.
Yeah, that's a real delicate motor in that thing, I mean, it can be a whole lot of good, really, for $30-something. I mean, shipping and everything. I mean, I couldn't believe. I mean, how in the world can they have a remote control, a daggone beam antenna, and all like that for that price? That thing, But anyway, when I put it together for somebody else, and but as soon as we got that thing together and it ran just a little bit, it quit turning.
Yeah. Well, I did another one. I found that one was in what's the one of the Maxway store. I saw it in. I just picked it up. I think I picked it up for about $21 or something around there. That was about 3 or 4 years ago. And I tried it out. It did pretty good. And then a little room hit it and stopped the motor from turning. So I just got it out there.
10-4. Okay. All right. Well, let me get on the side there. I'll be bucket mouth, and you one that's doing it too, and you trying to get me in trouble. I'm gone.
We have a million crazy calls that. They do make some crappy TV radios. I bought one here not long ago, and it wasn't any time at all for that stupid control box. Got to where it was getting out of sync. You think they'd make a decent TV rotor that wouldn't break, especially their control box over nothing, without having to go buy some real expensive something. Yeah, that's when they give you the little cheap one first, and then they want you to upgrade. That's when you want to go deep in your pocket. Well, back in the 70s, they had those Channel Master ones, the brown ones with the dial that would, rotate. And after a while, I noticed that several guys in the neighborhood had them, and all the same thing. The rotor outside would still work, but the pointer on the inside would stop working. And I opened those things up, and they had planned it. They had designed it right from the start to do that. Because inside that thing, it had like 3 plastic gears, rotating together. And then in the middle of that, they had one wax gear. And that gear was designed for the teeth to break off so the pointer would start or stop. And you'd either have to go buy another one or pay somebody to give you a new wax gear. But they did that on purpose by putting that one wax gear in the middle of those 3 plastic gears. Yeah, that's how they get on the consumer. But the one I just got off, I think it was at eBay or Amazon here. I got it a few years ago. That was just so poorly made. It just, it just started falling apart. Of course, it probably was made over in China. The rotor still works, but the pointer, I keep having to go open it up and
and get it where it lines back up with which direction it's headed. But yeah, piece of crap.
I had to start the video over again. I was sitting here looking at my radio, and the needle was moving on the radio. I was looking at the video, and the needle wasn't moving. I said, what the heck is wrong with that? That's why I got that sign up there, that fan, that prints out words, so I can tell if the thing has stopped working. And it did, so I had to restart it again there. Anyway, I don't know what happened. YouTube said, we're experiencing problems. Do you want us to try to fix it or whatever? And I thought, yeah, right. Go ahead and do it. You don't have to tell me, but they never did, so I redid it.
Well, that's the problem. I tried to start the video at like 52 minutes before right before the hour. My whole laptop's locked up, which it doesn't normally do, but it did. That time I looked over, the mouse was moving, but I couldn't minimize Windows or pull up another program or anything, so I had to reboot the whole computer. And that was Linux, which doesn't generally do that.
On that OBS studio there, can you have two cameras at one time going into that?
Yes.
Okay, I might try that next time. I tried putting two cameras on here and it didn't. I don't remember what happened, on the YouTube thing.
You can have two cameras. You can have split screen. Two run at the same time. You can have two audio sources. You can have more than that. I don't know what the limit is, but I'm pretty sure you could do more than two if you wanted to, if you had a USB port.
Yeah, 10-4. Well, I'll just start out trying to figure out how to even get on the thing without having all of that first, and then I'll gradually find it. Oh, yeah, okay, I can do that, but, I'm not as smart as you are, so I have to take my time.
We still got to do stereo night one night, if I'll have to figure out how to, I guess I'll have to get one of these USB expanders, because between the mouse, the camera, and the USB audio in, which I'm not using right now, but when I do Skipgate and the others, I try to do the direct USB audio in. That eats up all my USB ports, so I'd have to get one of those expansion things. But one night we're going to have to do the stereo radio night.
Yeah, 10-4. Didn't we do that once before?
No, but we talked about it.
Okay, I know what it was. I got a Pirate number 9 out there in California to make one for us. That's what it was.
Well, yeah, when you had my video gate on one side, yours on the other, but that's not what I'm talking about. We'll talk about it later.
I know what you're talking about now. Okay.
I don't know if Mark's on your webpage or watching on your stream or mine, but he'll appreciate this. Last night I was down on one of the other ham bands listening to one of their nets. I won't go into which one it was, but there was a young ham in there who was obviously 3 sheets in the wind and having a good time. He wasn't misbehaving, but he was definitely sloshed. And he was young and he was silly and giggling the whole time. It reminded me of Mark/Alexander the Great all those years ago, and his voice kind of sounded a little bit like Mark when he was drunk back when he was 20 years old. I can't wait for that guy to go, Kleenex!
Go ahead, 987.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, I'm going to stand by a minute. I got to do something.
Hey, 987, I got you on a video gate this morning talking Skip. I was running a video gate when that Skip was running up on 38 lower sideband, and you're in there weekly, but you're in there.
Roger, Roger. I was trying to get a hold of my friend there out in Michigan. 106 Pasture Man there up in northern Michigan there where I used to live at. And all my, I had the conditions and all, but we started to achieve, but I guess not.
Well, you were talking to somebody, I don't remember who it was, but you were talking to somebody out in Skip.
Yeah, and I had to come across the station over there in Missouri there.
Well, it's on the video. There's 2 from this morning. I was running the
me. I was running the Kenwood 850, just listening on sideband, and you could hear you in there. You weren't moving the needle, but you were in there.
Roger. This thing sound all right on sideband?
Yeah, it sounded fine.
Roger. The first time running this thing on sideband pretty much. Well, heavy today and all, on sideband and all. There's been other brief moments here and there, I've done, brief moments I've done on sideband, but, didn't get long-winded or anything like that, it's been pretty much the most time where on sideband, I did the, little bit of the most talking there after that one station there over in Missouri.
Well, which radio are you talking about? Is that the Quad 5?
Oh, I'm talking on the solo one with the Chris Big Wheeler 2-box. It's a 1x4 tuber, and all that's going into my Anton 99 right now. That's about, it's kind of lower down right now, but yeah, probably 25 feet maybe off the ground right now.
Okay, which radio did you say that was?
Cobra 139 XLR with a Chris Big Blower.
Yeah, okay, that's what Star Patrol was running earlier. That's a classic. That's from like late 1970s, early 1980s.
Yeah, the radio does usually really good in sideband itself and all, but with this Chris Big Blower added and all, I wasn't sure, how well it was doing.
Well, it sounded good. Your audio was clear on sideband. I didn't hear anything wrong with it.
Yeah, roger, man. Well, I appreciate it. Definitely do.
Hey, Wizard is out there. He's 15 miles north of Mount Pleasant, I think, or 15 miles there north of Mount Pleasant. And he's wanted to see if we could hear him. So let me see if we can get him. Y'all listen up for that Wizard. Wizard, can you hear us? Break. I got you in there, Wizard, on that Cobra 29. I got you in there. Come on.
Hey, Wizard, I got you and 21 got you on the radio back. Hey, Wizard, I can hear you in North Charleston.
You guys keep keying on me before you ain't keys. Wizard, I got you over here in Mike's corner if you can hear me. This is Night Ranger.
Hey, Wizard, I got you over here on the island. Hey, you almost told me that. Hey, Wizard, Charleston radio? I got a copy on North Charleston. Hey, Tim, okay, I can hear you over here. I'm not too far from the Trident Hospital over here in North Charleston, are you? I should be sounding pretty good on it, man. Yeah, coming in clear. I got about a 4 on you over here. You sound crystal clear. Not too much echo or anything? No echo. Alright, well, that's sure. We appreciate it, man. Alright, we're waiting to go to Mount Pleasant side, 15 miles north. Or 15 minutes north of Mount Pleasant, man. We'd appreciate it. Y'all be easy. Over 29, what's special? So, 300. Well, that little call, that radio was talking with that old 300 and making the trip over here. And you see you 15 miles away from Mount Pleasant, or you right in Mount Pleasant? About 15 minutes north of Mount Pleasant. Oh, 15 minutes north of Mount Pleasant. Yeah, Mount Pleasant used to be my old hometown over there. Yeah, I just happened to get a service call over here. Oh, you get a service call. Okay. You working on something over there tonight? Alright, thank you, man. Other than that, 21, we appreciate it.
All right, there, Wizard. Yeah, man, you kind of threw me off there with the name. I didn't quite remember. I thought I had seen it before, but anyway, let me stand by because a Night Ranger had you in Moss Corner, and a 987 on Johns Island has been hollering for you, but y'all both been talking at the same time. Let me stand by and let's see if you can hear that 987. All right, I'm back out. Wizard, did you hear him? Can't hear me now. I keyed up and you was talking there, Wizard. Did you hear him? My signal must have to go like to Columbia and come back or something. I don't know. All right, I'm back out.
Yeah, I'm on a Wizard, White Dog, Somerville. We had a copy on you. I got you now. I got you barely in the background. I got you barely in the background. What is 21? We appreciate you. We got you.
White Dog, he said he had you there. Wizard's got you.
Yeah, I heard him. I didn't know who he was talking to. All right, yeah, Wizard. You have yourself a fine one. White Dog on the side.
Yeah, Wizard, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but Night Ranger over in Muck's Corner. I got you about S3 up here, Muck's Corner.
Hello, Wizard. From John's Island, 987 from John's Island, waving a hand. I'm going to step back and watch you all thing, man. We appreciate you. Like I said, 21, y'all boys have a good night. How about it, 987? You got a copy? I got a copy. Yes, this is Slammer in my mobile, sitting in my front yard here, Roger. Roger, it's coming good over here with the band on.
Hello, Slammer in your front yard. I'm waving.
Yeah, Roger, 21. I'm out here doing in the house here, Roger.
Yeah, 10-4 on that there, 10-4. All right, well, let me stand by a minute and see if them other fellas will holler at you. I got to go put up the CB dog. I'm back out.
All right, copy it to you. Slammer, stand by.
No, that was Huckleberry.
Huckleberry. 10-4 Huckleberry. You take it easy and all that. 21, know you're going to 10-7-2. Take it easy, man. Have yourself a good night. 987, John's Island. Standing by. 10-4, 987, old Huckleberry, back wide. Huckleberry, 10-4, 987 old Swamp Dog showed the road out for me. He said to tell you hello. 10-4 on that, 10-4. Where that Swamp Fox be at?
I had to go look up Fairfax to see where it was.
Well, show that Swamp Fox right there hello there. Take it easy, man. Have a good night over that way. 73, 987, John's Island, standing by. Yeah, 987, yeah, no condition that gives me a little bit on trying to pull you in there. That's one of us just wanted to wave a hand at you. And, Huckleberry, we'll be back quiet. Roger.
I don't know if Eliminator is going to make it tonight. About time for him to show up.
Hello out there, white dog.
White Dog, can you hear 987? He's calling for you.
No, I can't hear him. Can you 10-5 from white dog there? I'm waving in.
I just did.
White dog, he waving a hand at you. Hey, 987, waving right back. I'm having trouble pulling you out, man. But hey, right back to you there, 987. You can hear White Dog 92? Yes, sir. Okay, all right. First, I don't have my antenna very high up right now. I got to do some adjustments. Listen, man, basically get a brand new antenna. I don't have it very high up right now either.
I wish you'd go ahead and put it back up, man.
He's got a tall tree around there. He needs to make that wire J-pole I've got on my video and then stick it up there in the tree limb.
No, not really. I can do that, though, but I need to get a hold of some ladder line over here. You know the way I can get a hold of some ladder lines?
HamRadio.com's got it. It's cheap.
Where's got it?
HamRadio.com. Amazon.com's got it, for that matter.
Roger, roger.
You only need about 9 feet of it.
Roger, roger. I'll probably end up getting a little bit more than that. That way, you know, I can do other stuff with it, too.
Oh, even a 50-foot roll is not that expensive, you know.
No, not at all. One thing, I'm getting hungry over here. I'm getting extremely hungry.
Well, go ahead and get something to eat.
Well, I think I might need to come out and get me something to eat. I'm trying to think of what I want.
Night Ranger.
You don't know the so you got all kinds of things to eat.
Hey, Night Ranger, Chicken Foot up in Charlotte, North Carolina's on there on the internet. So I don't know. I told him that you used to live up that way and still go up there sometimes. So anyway, he's on there. Chicken Foot.
I remember that handle.
10-4, that's him on there. Chicken Foot, say hello to Night Ranger. Key the mic down. You can't hear him. He's inside my computer.
Well, I did hear Charlotte a couple of weeks ago, 2 or 3, 4 weeks ago. I did hear somebody up there in Charlotte talking.
He's saying hello to you, Night Ranger.
Hello, Chicken, but I definitely remember that handle.
I'm halfway tempted to get some pizza.
I can't eat pizza this late anymore. It gives me heartburn, wakes me up. But now I could do it when I was younger.
First thing you gotta remember, I'm not as old as you.
I wish I wasn't as old as me.
But you get what I'm saying.
I can get away with doing that up to maybe about 42 or 43 years old, but then something changed, and now I can't get away with it anymore.
Hey, Night Ranger, you're on the the YouTube name Carolina Pirate, right?
Yep, Carolina Pirate. But yeah, it's actually Carolina Pirate. For those who don't know, YouTube was giving me grief. I was trying to create Carolina Pirate, and they're going, Carolina's not a real name. They wouldn't let me do it, so I tricked them and told them my first name was Carol and my last name was Ina Pirate.
Yeah, 10-4, 10-4. Yeah, I'm in South Carolina, near Charleston, there, Chickenfoot, and Night Ranger. He's up there in Moss Corner, and he's got a video going right now, a live stream going on YouTube as well. And his is Carol, Carol, and then INA, and then capital Pirate, capital Pirate, just capital P. It's Carol, then Ina Pirate there. He's got one also, and you can check him out there. All righty then.
I think I might be right back. I think I'm going to go get me some pizza.
Well, get them to deliver if they deliver in the area. Pizza Hut, Domino's, Godfather's. No, not Godfather's. What was it one on, man? Papa John's.
Well, where I'm at, no, I can't get it delivered.
Then get DiGiorno. Yeah, like they say, get DiGiorno. It's not delivery.
I don't have an oven.
Oh.
I don't know if you had this commercial in this area or not, but when I was living in Phoenix, there's a brand of pizza called Freschetta, and they had the best commercial. Freschetta's a frozen pizza, and they had this little old like granny, sitting in a grocery store trying to sell Freschetta pizzas, get people to try them, and she's sitting at a little table at the grocery store. And every time would say, it's not takeout. So she'd go, and she'd go over, and she'd pick up this great big guy, much bigger than her, throw him over her shoulder, and then grab a pizza and start taking him out. And he would be like, what are you doing? She'd say, shut up, you're making my ankle swell. And then she'd get him outside the store and put him down. She goes, there, you're out. Then she'd hand him the pizza, take out pizza. And then she goes back to her table and she tries to sell to this next great big overweight guy. He says, but it's not takeout pizza. She's like, oy vey, I'm getting too old for this. That was the funniest commercial. The first time I saw it, I about fell off the couch laughing.
Where'd you go, crazy man? Okay.
When I was out there talking, I can't hear him. I sat back watching TV.
You can't hear Night Ranger.
That 21. I can get on this antenna and talk to Winston-Salem. It'd be crazy, man. He can't hear me.
I know that's something, isn't it?
I heard you loud. The last time you come out here, I heard you loud. For some reason, I can't fast pick you up.
I got to run 400 watts to talk to crazy man.
It might be something leaking out the back of his radio, and a while ago he had to grab a hold of it and shake it, and you might not have been in there. You might have fell on the floor, Night Ranger.
I must have.
Come back out. Yeah, well, how do we know what he was grabbing for?
I know, we don't know.
I don't know about that because you can never find the damn thing. Oh, no!
Just around 73 years old now. He do me no damn good story, good damn thing. I can't find him anywhere. When I tell him to go to the bathroom, I can't get him. I'll snake, he stick his head out and go, well, I must got you.
Well, tie a string to it. All you just go pull the string and you'll find it.
Dust your front of yourself off with some talcum powder and look for it.
Gotta get some bright pink spray paint and spray paint. There's some glow in the dark paint.
Take a pair of pliers and mash it. You'll find it. I'll be right back. I'm going to switch to 14 and see if I can hear that roll call up there in Georgia. Damn it. No, get back on that butter bean. All right, I'm back to 12.
What they say?
If you listen to some of the recordings there, or if you listen to people talking on the tube radio, in the old tube ones versus the later solid state phase light loops, you can definitely tell when a tube radio, from the 70 or 60 keys up, if another signal's in there with it, because you can hear it go, as the oscillator loads down and the voltage drops a little bit, where, of course, those phase light loop radios usually stay locked right in place.
Roger.
There's a guy that was running one of those, 21, he's running one of those SDR receivers that was down in Beaufort. And I logged into it. I don't know if it's online right now, but I logged into it. I was trying to see if I could, I was going to try to see if I could pick us up on it.
Right. Was it, let's see, down there, let's see, was that Lazy Bones Jr., or you don't know? Was it on YouTube?
No, it showed up on one of the SDR websites, and it has a map of the world, and you can zoom in on different parts of it's like a Google map, and you can zoom in on it. Wherever it was, whoever was running it, it was located in Beaufort. I logged into it, and listened to a couple of frequencies on it.
Yeah, who's calling me? Come on. All right, they're 987 in the Mobile, headed to pizza to go to the pizza there, get pizza. I got you in there, 987 Mobile, Johns Island. Tenfold. I'm gonna stand by and see if anybody else can hear you. Can anybody hear 987 Mobile? Hello.
He's up and down on me.
Yeah, I am. 987, I can hear you, Mobile. I hear Mobile just a little bit. You over there in Mobile, going to get something to eat. You can go right. 987, we take it easy out in the Mobile. You kind of goes in and out on me. Old Star Patrol, coming back here. Yeah, I'm going back here once again. 987, go ahead and find something for me too. I'm looking at something to eat myself. I'm back quiet.
That I just checked that Buford SDR receiver is offline. The next closest one is in Alpharetta, Georgia.
410 on the Alpharetta.
I still haven't gotten a reply from that guy down there in Tampa. I sent him an email, and then I got a reply back, but it was like, I think it's either Craigslist or the computer was infected with a virus, because I got some, goofy email back that just had an HTTP link to a defunct domain. So either Craigslist servers or that guy's computer is infected with a virus, and it's mailing out, anybody that emails it. But in any case, I haven't gotten a reply back from him.
Right. Well, he's got a cell number on there.
Yeah, I haven't called the number.
10-4, Roger. Well, I'd call it, but you tell me what you want me to do. You know more about that particular style of thing than I do, and I can call him if you want. I mean, I don't want to, I'm not, whatever you want to do, you can tell me.
Yeah, well, I'd really like to find, I'd like to have the Henry 2KD Classic. I've got the 2KD-5, which is nice, but the 2KD Classic is a little roomier, and it's got the chimneys on the tubes. The 2KD-5, they cramp everything too close together. The tubes are almost touching each other, so there's no chimneys, but there is a blower. But given the choice between the two, I'd rather have the 2KD Classic, or even maybe the 2KD Premier, which is a 3CX 1500 A7. So I don't know. I might at the Charlotte Ham Fest, if I see you in one of those sitting around, I may jump on one of those, and then replace the 2KD or put the 2KD-5 up for sale.
10-4. There's a guy on Facebook said that he wanted to know if anybody else had this problem. He had two 3CX 3000 box, two of them in it, and he was blowing up his LEDs in his house. He wanted to know if anybody had any problem with that, and they told him to back his wattage down to at least 7,000. He was running 7/8 inch hardline. And they said to back his thing down to 7,000. And then another guy said, report the bulb manufacturers to the FCC because they're not compliant.
That's just too much juice. I mean, even if I ran up on an amp like that Bristol, that's just too much power. Once you hit the kilowatt range, or even the 400 or 500 watt range at that point, it's easier to get another 3 dB out of the antenna than it is to go to trouble put something like that in line.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just too much of a chance that it's like I was talking about. You want to put a nitrous bottle on your car, or you want to put a supercharger on there. Everything's got to be right. The engine's got to be dead on it, balanced, blueprinted, and all like that. Or it's going to blow up, just like that stuff there. You got to. Everything's got to be right. You got to be constantly monitoring it there. Anything can happen, and just that hard line is a fortune. Everything that goes with it, so it isn't no cheap. Running something like that, you need to, it costs a lot of money there, and constantly checking it all the time.
Yeah, with that 6-element linear array I got when the sunspot cycle was a little higher, there were times I got 30 over reports out of New Mexico with 200 watts, And yet as big as some of those stations are down there on Channel 6, when the skip falls out, it doesn't matter how big they are, they disappear.
10-4.
You'd be like that mobile, that guy I was telling you about over in Rock Hill that had that mobile with 5 alternators, and no matter where he was in town, he was putting a 30 on me on his mobile. That's the only mobile I ever seen do that. And of course, then he had to sell us stuff because he was going blind. He had that antenna over his head that was cooking his eyeballs. But I would listen to that guy from the base calling around, and there were all these people 80 miles away or more calling for him, and he couldn't hear any of them calling for him. He was just oblivious. All these people calling for him because although they could hear him, he couldn't hear them.
Did Alexander the Great get on your side over there?
He hasn't said anything if he is. Alexander the Great, if you're listening on 21 or my video gate, type in the chat room. Alright, I'm back out.
What you say you was doing over there, a slammer?
I told my master about yesterday, and I'm putting a stand-up shower in there, and my wife decided she wanted me to tile all the walls after I got the shower in there, so now I'm tiling the walls, and I'm putting glass in the center of the walls, and then the rest of the tile on the sides.
That's what you're doing right now?
I just finished what I'm doing tonight, because I'm tired, and I'm going to bed.
10-4 on that there. Well, I know what you're up against there. Well, you going to let that set up tonight, and then you're going to go in there and grout it tomorrow?
Yeah, I didn't even get all the walls done. Shit, I ended up having to go in there and straighten up. Come to find out there was still a window inside the wall, and so it was all jagged in there and everything else, so I had to tear all that out, reframe it, and everything, the whole wall on one side, so, and then put all the Durock in and everything else, so I've got one wall done almost completely, and then I got 2 sidewalls done.
Yeah, 10-4. What y'all gonna do? You get finished, go out in the yard and use a water hose and take a bath?
No, I had shower part finished tomorrow. I had shower ready to go. Should be able to use the shower tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, 10-4. What I do when I had some problem like that, I just got 2 big garbage bags and duct taped them together and cut a hole in the top, got inside of them and taped it up and got a hole in the top and shot the water down in the top of the thing there and did it that way.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay. I don't think my legs go over that, but anyway, yeah, I'll have it finished up tomorrow. All right, y'all have a good night. Slammer's shutting this mess off. Y'all have a good one.
See you later, Crazy Man and Slammer.
Yeah, Slammer, have yourself a super fine evening and get you some rest, man. Yeah, I'm gonna need it, I promise you. I gotta get back up in the morning early and get it started going again, so. But we'll get it done. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good one. You got a radio check?
Go ahead, radio check.
I I just got a unit Bearcat 880 installed. I'm just testing out, see how it does.
Alright, sounds pretty good. I got almost 7 on you around Monk's Corner.
Alright, 10-4, appreciate it.
One thing about it, for some reason tonight, the camera's got a clean picture of the radio. I don't know. It's not blurred up or anything. I don't know why. The other night, I guess it was light shining on that chrome bouncing off into the camera. It's not doing it now.
Well, mine, I pulled the camera back initially and was trying to get the bigger view of the Browning, but then it washed out the meter. You couldn't see the signal meter. It's just a rectangular blob of light. So I went ahead and zoomed it in.
10-4. I wanted y'all to be on the lookout for me a Courier Royale bag that goes on the radio. So I was thinking about getting. So a friend of mine works at a liquor store there, which I don't drink anymore. But if I'd have saved all of them I had, I guess I could have done it. But I get those Crown Royal bags and make me a Frankenstein Crown Royal. A Courier Royale bag out of Crown Royal bags. That'll be my pimp radio.
Yeah, you got to get a gold D104 to go with it.
Oh yeah, I got that. That's that scratchy one. I got a couple of them, I think. I got a regular one that's a Tug 8, and I got a Tug 9. I don't have to find the Tug 8 there, but I wish they'd have done a little better with that gold. I don't think it's real gold. I've never seen gold tarnish. Gold don't tarnish, but that stuff does. It's on there.
Yeah, and they had the one that had the diamond. There's one version that had some diamonds on the back.
Yeah, that's one. I got one of them. It's one diamond right in the back of it there. Little small diamond, First one I ever saw like that is Watchmaker had one brand new in a box.
That was a guy in Rock Hill had one. That was the first time I'd ever even heard of it.
Like I said, I think last week, the one I wanted, I only saw it one time. And I've never seen another, no one's ever heard of it. But I saw it. 515 had it. He said it belonged to somebody else or something. This has been 30 years ago, I guess. I don't know. But it was a Silver Eagle. And when you looked at the front of the microphone element, it was an American flag in behind there. Instead of it being the black felt, it was an American flag.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
That was 1976. What was it? Bicentennial edition or whatever. Whenever they did all of that stuff with the Statue of Liberty and all that.
Yeah, that was a big deal in 1976.
10-4.
Man, CB radio was wide open too in 1976.
Oh yeah, man, that's good old days there. Like I say, everybody on the street had an antenna, just about, and you blasting away, and they said, "Oh, you're bleeding on me." Now there's somebody to get on here and be like, "Oh, you're bleeding on me." Where were you at in those days? Are you talking about bleed over when the shit? Man, you couldn't hear anybody. If you had to be on the channel that they were on, or else you didn't talk.
Yeah, the selectivity on some of these radios wasn't very good. But yeah, you'd have several people in your neighborhood, and Rock Hill was a total of 5 miles across, I think, at the widest point. I mean, there were tons of people to talk to. I was sitting there on a 100 milliwatt walkie-talkie, and I had lots of people to listen to and lots of people to talk to. And then, of course, then I finally get that little 23 channel Midland. Unfortunately, it had reasonable selectivity on there, but still, the ones that were eating me up were the Elkins. Oh my gosh, that was the worst. Yellow Rose and Shade Tree. And both of them had an 8-tube Elkin, and both of them had Moonraker 4s and, modulation clip radios with D104s, and they were both within a mile, probably of my house, mile and a half tops. And oh my gosh, when they turned those 8-tube Elkins on, they ate me up.
Best 4th of July I ever had.
Yeah, those are definitely, they like to bleed, and they, I tell you, but, yeah, not, White Dog, that's when you bought that, radio and all you had a while ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, man. I'll tell you what, man. 1976, 4th of July. In June, I met my wife. 4th of July. Man, what a summer.
10-4.
I have lots of fond memories of 1976. I do. I remember that year very warmly.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, this month celebrating my married 42 years.
Shoot, I had that walkie-talkie. That's all I had back then, that 3-channel Radio Shack walkie-talkie. I took that thing with me everywhere. I didn't even get on my bicycle, and I had a homemade whip, which was pretty comical, hooked to the back of the bicycle, and I'd take the walkie-talkie and had a strap on the back and it hang from the handlebars, I think, or try to ride with holding it with one hand. And the volume turned up and ride around with a little wire running back to that makeshift whip, my little spider bike. And then, of course, I was sitting there as soon as I got home from school, I turned that thing on to Channel 13 and listened to the teen and 20-something channel, which was Channel 13. And it was packed full of teenagers and 20-something-year-olds, too. Especially on Friday or Saturday night. They're all those mobiles running up and down Cherry Road, talking back and forth to each other.
10-4.
Channel 7 was a big adult channel, and the teenagers, we all got along, We were fairly well behaved, but oh my gosh, the adult channel, Channel 7, they were always fighting, dead keying down there. I mean, it was always somebody dead keying that channel. You'd think the children's channel would be the misbehaved and the adult channel would be the more adult, well-behaved, but that wasn't the way it was. The adult channel was the worst behaved and the teen channel was one of the best.
Yeah, 10-4. I tell you what, those guys that used to, work on the radios and all, they made pretty good back then. Like Pappy's up there at Gaslight Square. He was one of the legitimate ones that was around. And there was a whole bunch of guys that, worked on them. And one guy up near Somerville at Calumet Valley was old Uncle Bill, and an old man up there, and he was something like me, I can work on stuff a little bit, I can do a lot of it on there. But one thing that bothers me is I can't see as good as I used to. And I really, I get agitated on something if I can't see it. So, but he would do cut and clip and put mics on for people and peek the radios out. And he didn't use anything except a watt meter. And but that's all he messed around with back then. But there was a whole group of them that lived back in there. And in that little trailer park. It was a pretty good sized trailer park, but a lot of them had CB radios, and that's how that they would talk on that instead of on the telephone.
Well, there were two guys in the area that worked on radios, and one of them was real good. I don't know about the other one. They went by Doc Charlie, and he was real good. I mean, he was a genuine tech. He's self-taught, I think, and got his ham license. I don't know if he'd been doing that in service, but the guy was very good. And he was well regarded. And there was another guy, and it's been, since the 80s or 70s since I've heard his name. I can't even remember his name anymore. themselves. It's either take the radio to Doc Charlie and then take it to the other guy. And I don't remember much about the other guy, but I watched Doc Charlie, and I watched him tear apart radio, and I mean he was good at repairing it.
Yeah, there was some good ones out there then, you know, and but shoot you, it's not there. They're not there now. They're all gone. But you know, there's still a few around. All right, well, there's someone else coming in there. Let me stand by. Crazy man, I think somebody's wanting to talk, holler at you there. How about it, crazy man? He must have went 10-7.
Must have.
I know that 15-4. I know he's about tired there, aren't you? There, 15-4.
Yeah, sir. We just getting ready to bump it down and say goodnight. We're going to have to put it in. I need it in a breeze. Sunday morning's coming real soon. Anyway, we enjoyed it as always, bro. Put it on you later. You know who it is. I'm clear to go.
All right, there, 15-4. Appreciate you stopping by, man. And we'll holler at you later. Hey, if you don't mind, put a couple of words in there for me and Night Ranger. You know, a bit heavy on the Night Ranger side there. You know, put a little 10-5 up to the big CB station in the sky. Oh, 21, we gone.
Are you saying Night Ranger, he needs some extra work?
Well, I want him to, you know, what it is, I want him to get in there first in case I need a radio worked on, you know.
Talk to you later. Have a good night. Hey, 21, if you really need some extra praying right now, you can always talk to that 777 out there in Arkansas, and I'm sure he'd do some preaching for you.
Yeah, the country preacher, yeah. I had to find him there on, what frequency was that he was on?
Sorry, I forgot about this question. Well, during the summer months, sometimes you can find that hillbilly preacher 777 out there on 38 lower sideband, but when he ain't preaching on the CB band, he shows up on 7.2 megahertz lower sideband on the 40-meter hand band.
Okay.
And Jerry slipped up, as you heard on that video, he slipped up and said 777 Arkansas on the ham band instead of giving us a ham call. That guy, I don't know if he sings on 40 meters, but he was notorious for singing on the 38 lower side, and he'd sing, nothing but the blood of Jesus. Now, some of those guys on 7.2 megahertz, they need some preaching too, so it may not be a bad thing that he's there.
Oh, yeah.
I heard somebody poking fun at him the other day about that. I don't even know if he was on there, but I went down there and a bunch of them were fighting, which is not unusual for that frequency. And I heard somebody key up and say something about 777 Arkansas. He went by the E Street Preacher first. When I first started here, it'd be 777, the E Street Preacher. And then he changed to the Hillbilly Preacher.
I got this on Facebook. I had this picture of the Undertaker, you know, that wrestler or whatever, and showed him in a coffin. It's all real dark and blue colored picture, you know, and like they did it trying to make it look scary and all. And he's raising up out of there, out of the coffin, you know, sitting straight up. And it says, when you be like, you hear somebody selling you CB equipment. I told him I'm going to take mine with me so I can talk on that CB Heaven.
I was trying to think, just I'm most nostalgic about? The old walkie-talkie, the TRC-27, TRC-27, the middle of 13853 that I had, and my first DNA Hornet, which unfortunately Butterfly destroyed, playing music for more than an hour. I let her borrow that because she was out in the country, and I was using a Palomar 300A at that point. I go by Channel 4, and I didn't recognize her signal as she was playing music, and she's mad at somebody up in Charlotte, like she was going to mess with some guy in Charlotte from Rock Hill with a 45-watt DNA Hornet. I called up, told her to key that thing because I knew it wouldn't handle that. And she was on the phone yakking, so I was getting a busy signal, and she burned the transformer out of it. She called me up a day or so later. She said, "That thing smells funny." Oh, that was an understatement. That thing stunk to high heaven.
Well, it was a combination of the Bakelite getting hot and the transformer.
That transformer was completely smoked, and it had gotten so hot it had bubbled the paint up around the bottom of the transformer where it was mounted to the chassis.
Therefore,
I was so mad at her. I mean, she was she was a teenager. She didn't have any money, and she had no idea how mad I was at her. But I didn't want to end a friendship over. But I mean, I was hot in the face mad with her. But I knew she had no chance of paying me back at that point in her life because she was, a little teenager. And I didn't want to end a friendship over it, so I just had to swallow it down. But years later, I got after her about that. She said, well, I told her, she knew how much it cost me, like $70. Like I said, she said, well, I'll give you $70. I said, oh, no. I said, at 15 years old, I went out and mowed lawns all summer for $5 a lawn to come up with $70 to buy that thing used. I said, so you want to pay me back, you can take number 70 divided by 5, and that's how many times you got to come over and cut my lawn with a push mower.
I'm sure she did.
No. If she's single, I'd make her give me an hour back rub for every $5 instead.
10-4. Hey, I emailed you about that sonar, how I did that variable capacitor on the, it's probably in the circuit there, whatever, for the crystals there. Anyway, I found some on eBay, exactly the same thing that had never been used, And so I got that capacitance and inductance meter. It's not real great. One thing I noticed, though, if I'm touching the leads on it, not the ends, just the wire part, it'll start going kind of up and down, So I had to watch that. And so I had another sonar that was exactly the same radio and the whole 9 yards, exactly the same place that it was located. I unsoldered it out and I read it, and it read 4.5 PF, whatever. Anyway, yeah. And picofarads. And then I got the new one and set it exactly the same and put it in there in the other radio. So hopefully it'll be close enough, because the Sam's PhotoFax says it's a 4 to 12, but actually when you get the thing, it says 3 to 12. And so all of them in there say 3 to 12. So I was real happy with that, and it worked out great. I'm glad you talked me into getting that meter, a capacitance meter.
Yeah, it is good for that. I got it more for the inductance, mine. Yours is very similar to mine, because my multimeter already had the capacitance reader in it, but I wanted the inductance too, and so I had to get a single purpose or dual purpose meter to get the inductance. And in my case, because at the time I was rebuilding a bunch of the DNA Raiders, switching them to the 22JG6A coils. And so the other DNAs, as I was pulling the coil out, that big clunky 40, 20, or 15, 10-meter coil, and putting in a 10/11 meter only coil to make more room. And so, to make sure I had it right, I was using that meter to test the inductance of the coil to make sure I had the right number of coils and right size and that, instead of having to guess and guess and guess. And that way I could just wind it and test it. If it came with the right value, then most likely it was going to work when I dropped the new coil in.
Yeah. Well, now, is that coil insulated against touching anything else, or what? It's just made out of, is it enameled, covered copper, or what?
No, the ones on the DNA, they're just bare. Some of them are copper and some of them are some type of silver metal. And some of the coils, you get some of those DNAs in, the radiators come in, they'll only do 75 watts, and it's because the Q on the coil's too low. You pull that coil out and go get a higher quality copper coil and stick it in there and you get it up to 100.
Okay. Well, does it have to be isolated from everything?
When you're measuring, it does, and of course, once you put it in there, you don't want it touching anything except what it's supposed to, or else you get a short.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know. I know, one of them's got that big giant coil. I think it's one of the Phantoms or something. That big thing runs all the way across the bottom,
Yeah, they all have that. The Hornet, the Raider, the Maverick, they all do. And, I'm never going to take those things on 40, 20, or 15, so... In the case of the Raider and the Hornet, because they're already so cramped for space, if I got to do any work, I pull that out and put a 10/11 meter only coil in there. In the case of the Phantom and the Maverick, you got enough room in there that you really don't need to mess with it. It's already got plenty of room.
Well, what is the inductance on it, on the coil? Just a guess for 11 meters.
I don't remember. It's been a while since I replaced one, but I took the coil out and then did the tap, of what was working. And then I wound the new coil that was just for 10/11 only and made sure it had the same value.
Right. Can you, with that same meter, do that, what is that thing that burns up all the time, that 14 something, what is that? Whenever you drive it too hard, what is the name of that?
The chokes, the Z14, the yellow one, that's usually, you find those at varmints. You don't really see the DNAs. The DNAs have the it's the Z28's the yellow one. That's the one that's in the varmints. At least the little ones. The orange and the new ones are blue. That's a Z14 ohmite, RF choke.
Yeah, you can own that. You can read it with inductance.
Yeah, you could, and I think it tells you. It may tell you on there what the value's supposed to be. But those are plentiful. You can still get those. The original ones are orange, and the new ones are blue, but it's the same thing.
Yeah, I've seen them on there. Okay, well, we got a Roger beeper in there, so let me stand by. Crazy man, I think somebody's calling you.
As a matter of fact, I got one. I've got a bunch of them if you need one. I got the Z28 and the Z14.
10-4. Well, let's stand by a minute and let him call Crazy Man. So I'll be standing by.
You need a squeaker for that.
Yeah, 10-4. Yeah, you need to draw out Crazy Man.
Let me figure out where I put it.
I guess White Dog went 10-7 too.
I don't know where I put it. I had to Kenwood and everything over here, and I had to clean the desk off to get the browning over here. And I don't know what I did with the squeak.
4-10. Wow, it's 20-7. Clemson's winning 20-7. I mean,
Here it is. The Crazy Man caller.
Kind of like that one I sent you that, Roger the Rabbit busts through the walls whenever you play Shaving a Haircut.
Yeah, that detective, he's like, he's not going to fall for that, and he turns around and he's like fidgeting.
Yeah. That movie made him a lot of money. Everybody went and saw that.
It was a good movie.
Yeah. Had some eye candy in there, but it's a cartoon. I'm gonna have to get out of here in a little bit. I got to get in there and get ready for the Old Tube Radio Network there to check them out there.
Is that 11?
Yeah, they're somewhere around. I think that's about when it is. Maybe around that time. Yeah. And I get on the website part, not on the YouTube part, but you can do either one. Old Tube Radio Network on YouTube. But I don't get as many. I don't see as many people making comments. On the oldtuberadionetwork.com, they have the people in there making comments and posting things about the radios that they show out there. They have all kind of different old radios. Some I never even heard of.
Somebody posted a picture of their collection on, I think it was CB Radio Show and Tell. I was like, dang. I mean, that guy, he had like 4 of every radio. It was nuts.
Yeah. This one guy's got I don't know. It's crazy. He has them all at the walls and around the walls and everything, man. And I tell you, it's somebody said that's a sickness,
I mean, I've got a bunch of radios, and I've been, slowly but surely whittling it down. But I didn't have to have. There is one model radio that I have a bunch of, the little Midland 13853s, which is the first full power 23 channel CB I ever had, and I do have several of those, but they're cheap. Fortunately, it's not like trying to collect Brownings or Trents.
Oh yeah. Well, I just want to get a couple of radios there, and I've got to whittle them down myself. I'd like to have one that works and one for parts. That's the way I'd like to have everything that I have. Go ahead.
Hey, how you guys doing out there? I just got home, man. I'm glad to catch you in time to say hello.
Doing good at 45. I was wondering when you was going to get out there. Were you just kind of barefoot tonight?
Yeah, I was just on the fly, man. I went to the hockey game, and of course we're struggling. This year too was terrible. I got home a little while ago.
10-4 on that there. Well, good to hear you out there. Yeah, we're just getting ready to get out of here, and thought Crazy Man would be out there so he could say hello but he must have went 10-7.
No, it's okay, man. I thought you might be gone already. I just want to say hello to you, man. I'll be down and out on a lot of Saturdays because I'm tied up with this hockey, but they don't play. They go on tour, away for weeks on end sometimes.
Yeah, you go with them?
No, no, I wouldn't spend my valuable cruise money on that.
10, Roger. I didn't know if you was a diehard hockey, fan or not. I know when I was up in Massachusetts, man, you say anything wrong about somebody that's on a hockey team up there, they'd try to beat the crap out of you. They go crazy for it up there.
Oh yeah. Well, it's pretty popular here too. It's just I don't travel with them. I mean, I have been a season ticket. Oh well, now I've had the 20th year here. I've had season tickets. So I didn't get on here before last because I just had to get a break.
Yeah, 410.
I don't know, but no, I don't want to beat anybody up or anything over what they say about a hockey player.
Roger, I don't remember what it was. It's something they said they went somewhere in a hockey. They went and saw a fight. They went to a fight and a hockey game broke out. Go ahead there, 987. You got your pizza, and let me stand by so 45 can holler at you.
Yes, sir. I got my pizza and all. I'm munching on it right now.
Yeah, that sounds good. I haven't been able to get a lot of pizza lately. I've been on that diet. I've had it like 3 times in 6 months.
Well, Roger, on that 45, and I'm waving.
Yeah, wave a piece of pepperoni over my way. Just don't drop any toppings off the pizza.
I don't have any pepperoni.
He said he didn't want to go out and get it. I said, well, it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
I got ham and pineapple, and I also got the meat lovers pizza too. All medium.
Well, if meat lovers don't have pepperoni on it,
Negatory.
10-4. Ham and what else? You got ham and hamburger meat and bacon and what else?
Ham and pineapple and the medium meat lovers style pizza.
410. That's Little Caesars.
Domino's.
410.
Yeah. Well, you don't like pepperoni on 97?
I like it. It's I got a mouthful, but I like it. I like pepperoni and all. These are actually one of my 2 favorites.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. All right. I was going to say something, but I don't know if 21's still rolling, so no.
Yeah, I still got it going.
Okay. We'll just leave that comment out what I was going to make.
You can always text me.
No, that's okay.
Night Ranger, can you hear 45?
Yeah, I hear you, 45. What's going on?
Well, he's here. You heard what's going on, but yeah. Oh man, but it was just terrible, man. We lost the game. It was 5-3, I believe. We was starting to look good. Let's straighten it out. Hopefully, I hope.
Well, maybe you'll do better next time.
Yeah. Hey, I was gonna buy me one of those dial meters. Anybody ever own any of their stuff?
I had one a long time ago that was a crosshatch, and I didn't like it. Not because it was the brand. I just didn't like the crosshatch thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one. One reason I'm gonna get it is because it's good for the whole band, specifically, including the Citizens band and 2 meters. And plus I needed it because it's got a I think it's a 3,000 watt scale, so you can switch it 20. No, it's 2,000 watts, but it'll still be within my limits. Within my limits on HF. So.
Roger.
I'm used to the cross needle. That's why I'm buying it, so I can read that and the SWR at the same time. The reflected power. But see, I'm used to that. I I didn't like it either. I've got one of those on my tuner, you know, and it did take me a while to get used to that there, you know.
Yeah, I just had it for a while, and I don't know. I was mainly trying to use it to set my mobile, and I just got to where I couldn't. I don't know. Some reason it just was harder for me because I was actually used to started out with a Radio Shack 3-meter deal, and then I went to the PDC 6000, you know, and then I went to the one with a 1 meter, and then went to the Dozy meter, and so. I know, and I've got a bird meter and all like that, a bird 43, but you know, it's not that I'm worried about what the wattage is. I only use that as a reference. I know what it's supposed to put out. And if it deviates from that, I know there's something going on. I don't necessarily watch it all the time. It's just that's a reference point. That's all it is. I don't care. Well, that's not right. That's not the right wattage. You got to have a Dozy. You got to have it and all like that. Well, I got one. I mean, a bird 43 or whatever you want to have, but I'd use it just as a reference. And that's all, you know, and it's no big deal with me. I don't have to worry about what Night Ranger likes on my radio or not there. You know, he don't bother me about me using a Dozy meter. He don't care.
I'm looking forward to getting hold of it. Actually, getting it from Gigaparts. It'll be real versatile for me, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I like it too because it has an average, average or peak, and I don't know, the Dozy, it's got RMS and peak. So I don't know, but I think that the dial possibly would be a little bit more accurate.
Yeah, 10-4. Yeah, like I say, Night Ranger doesn't really mind if I get what kind of meters I got over here, and I appreciate that, Yeah,
that's right, 987. I need that thing to measure my kitty, so,
Yeah, how many pounds is putting out?
Well, the kitty, she's off. I gave Kitty the night off there, 987.
How come?
I just got here. I don't feel like going through all that. I probably need to warm the place up a little bit later with it, but I'll just turn the heater on. I just got back from the hockey game, man, and rubbed in the shop.
Oh, down for it. Yeah, you definitely got to let things warm up there. Of course, I tell you what, man, this big boomer, even itself warms up my house a good bit.
Roger that. Yeah, man, well, you sound good over here. I don't know if you're barefoot or running some preamp or anything, but you sound good this evening. There, I've got, I don't have a preamp on or anything this evening at all, so, the signals are coming in just fine.
Yeah, Roger on that, man. I am running that big boomer right now.
Well, yeah, the preamp is really nice on that particular piece of equipment there.
Oh, yeah. I got your big cam outside, so way out there towards 9.
Wow, that's pretty good, man. I'm putting out about my carrier's around 2 racks there.
Yeah, boy, sorry about that. I got me another slice of pizza there.
All right, well, don't choke on that sausage or anything like that there, okay?
Oh, I make sure I won't.
When is that Charlotte Ham Festival? That's already over with. How about the Shelby? That's going to be this summer, isn't it?
Well, Shelby's Labor Day weekend, and so that's already happened. But Charlotte Ham Fest will be usually around the first weekend in March.
Okay.
And they just had the Stone Mountain Ham Fest. I think it was last weekend. I wanted to go, but I had other obligations.
45, you're too darn dirty, just like me.
I'm dirty. Yeah, and I need to bathe.
You're not home.
Some guy posted on one of the forums that he was taking a Henry 2KD Classic down to that Stone Mountain Ham Fest too. I was wanting to go down there and look at it, but I didn't get to.
Ring 45 and myself need to bathe our minds a little bit.
Yeah. Well, you know, those things, they're so daggum heavy, you know. I don't know. They're you know, and noisy. Wow. They're like that 3K Ultra. That thing sounds like a plane landing.
Well, I don't know. My Henry, my Henry desktop's not noisy. But now, of course, some of the consoles over it. I'm not talking about the console. I'm talking about the desktop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if it's a KD, that's a desktop. If it's just a 2K or a 3K, that's a console. Yeah, some of those things are 160-something pounds.
Yeah, 10-4.
I think that Collins 30S1's about 160-something pounds.
Yeah, I think some of the transformers in them weigh about 75 pounds in one of them.
Yeah, transformer I got in this kitty over here is pretty heavy. It's not that big though. It's not actually that heavy, but I don't know. The Palomar one on that two-piece bathing suit that I wear, 21. I tell you what, if that was all in one package, that'd be pretty heavy. The 300A.
Oh yeah.
I think my Henry 2KD-5, it's right about 70 pounds on that one. That's all in one. I know when I was up in Durham, North Carolina, and I had it, I just gotten it, and I had to carry it 3 flights of stairs to my apartment that I was in at the time, and I had bruises on my arms the next day from where I was holding it, trying to carry it up 3 flights of stairs. Yeah,
that 10-tube Phantom isn't no light in the loafers either, you know.
Oh yeah, it takes 2 hands on that one. But the thing about the Warrior, I've seen one Warrior person, but I've never tried to pick it up. That's got, of course, that's a 2-piece unit, but that's got 4 transformers in it.
Yeah. I know where there's one at, but he won't get off of it there. I don't know. I really don't want it.
Well, not only did they, with 2600 Nomad radio, he said it really wasn't that great a design on that anyway. Did you see that guy that wants $1,500 for a heat kit SP220 on eBay?
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah, good luck getting $1,500 for a heat kit SP220. Not a bad amp, but not worth $1,500.
It's not on the yellow table, is it?
No.
Doggone. Well, hey man, I'll catch y'all later, man. I'll go get a shower and all, man. Enjoyed it. Wish I could stay longer. I'll be back out here later. Most of you guys will be gone, but we'll catch you later, man. 45 in this creek. Oh, in the Palmetto. Sitting on back.
10 Roger there, a 45 Grandmaster sitting around with a palmetto tree, planted at 100%. Hey, have a good one. It's 21, back out.
Talk to you later, 45. Have a good night.
Have a good night, 45.
Roger that, man. Y'all do the same. Catch you later. I'm out.
Well, Night Ranger 987, I really enjoyed it, man. I got to get ready to go in there and check out the Old Tube Radio Network, and we'll be watching your video there, And as soon as I can get at it, it'll be a little bit later on this evening. And sure am glad that did the fellow that wanted to have your Browning on there, did he ever show up on your side?
Oh, yeah, he's there.
Okay. All right. Well, ask him to come over and holler at me before he goes.
Unless he says something, I can't tell if he's still signed in. I know there's just 4 people still watching. All right, 21, everybody, I'll go ahead and end the video. You guys too enjoyed it, as always. Made me get the Kenwood off the desk. I really didn't want to do it. You know, I just enjoyed using that Kenwood, but cleaned off enough space to put the Browning back up and burn some dust out of it. So enjoyed it, everybody. Well, I'll talk to you later. Night Ranger and in the old Radio Night video game on my end.
10-4, me too. See you, 987.
All right, y'all be good. I'm going to be signing off here myself. So, eating the rest of this pizza here. But I almost got 1 medium pizza done. Almost finished up. Got a few more bites and I'll have it completely going here. I'm going to put this other medium here in the fridge. And then before I think up the house too dang much here, I'm going to set it on the side. And root toot and toot outside there, so I don't think that's the house too bad. I think there's some stuff going on over here. Anyways, y'all have a great night over that way.
Talk to you later, 97.
Have a good night, sir. Night.